In the animal kingdom, where differences often divide, some incredible friendships remind us of the power of connection. One such inspiring tale is the story of Mewi, a curious domestic cat, and Nandi, an orphaned baby rhino whose bond defied all odds. So what's the story of these two animals, and how did they exactly meet? Be sure to keep watching. Nandi's story began under tragic circumstances. Her mother, a protective rhino who would have nurtured her calf through the first years of life, passed away. Alone and vulnerable in the wild, Nandi's survival seemed uncertain. Thankfully, the staff at the Rhino Orphanage, a sanctuary dedicated to rescuing and rehabilitating orphaned rhinos, discovered Nandi in time. They transported her to the facility, where they provided round-the-clock care, bottle feeding her, and ensuring she received the nourishment and comfort she desperately needed. Despite the physical care, Nandi struggled emotionally. She was grieving her mother and trying to adapt to a world that felt cold and lonely. Her large, soulful eyes often reflected sadness, and it was clear that no amount of food or physical care could replace the emotional void left by her mother's absence. At the Rhino Orphanage, Nandi wasn't the only resident with a story. Mewi, a sleek yellow rescue cat, roamed the grounds with an air of curiosity. Known for his friendly demeanour and love of adventure, Mewi had a knack for befriending the most unlikely creatures at the sanctuary. When Nandi arrived, Mewi immediately took an interest in the newcomer. The rhino calf's immense size didn't deter the little cat. Without hesitation, Mewi approached Nandi with his signature boldness. At first, the staff at the sanctuary watched with a mix of amusement and concern. Would Nandi, already stressed and unfamiliar with her surroundings, react negatively to this tiny intruder? But what happened next surprised everyone. Nandi, despite her grief, seemed intrigued by Mewi. She didn't shy away or ignore him. Instead, the two began to interact, their initial moments of curiosity blossoming into something truly magical. Within days, Mewi and Nandi were inseparable. They would spend hours together, exploring the sanctuary grounds, napping side by side, and even playing games that showcased their unique bond. Their size difference, which could have been a barrier, seemed to vanish in the face of their connection. Nandi, still small for a rhino but towering over Mewi, would carefully follow the cat's lead as he darted through patches of grass or climbed onto nearby rocks. The staff at the orphanage marvelled at the pair's friendship. While rhinos and cats are worlds apart in terms of behaviour and habitat, Mewi and Nandi seemed to share common interests that brought them together. Both animals loved to take leisurely strolls around the sanctuary. Nandi would trot along on her stubby legs, with Mewi weaving between her feet or leaping onto her back for a better view. After their walks, the duo often settled down for naps, curling up in the shade. Mealtimes were another shared activity. While their diets were vastly different, Nandi relied on specially prepared milk bottles, while Mewi enjoyed his cat kibble. They often ate side by side, a testament to their unspoken trust and companionship. For Nandi, Mewi became more than just a friend. He was a source of comfort and healing. The cat's presence seemed to ease the baby rhino's grief, offering her a sense of safety and belonging. Animals, much like humans, thrive on connection. For Nandi, who had lost the most important figure in her life, Mewi's companionship was a lifeline. The playful antics of the little cat brought joy back into her world, while his quiet moments of affection reassured her that she was not alone. Mewi too seemed to benefit from their friendship. The adventurous cat found a willing companion in Nandi, someone who didn't mind his boundless energy or occasional mischief. As heartwarming as their bond is, the reality of Nandi's situation looms in the background. The Rhino Orphanage's ultimate goal is to prepare orphaned rhinos for release into the wild, where they can live freely and join herds of their own kind. For Nandi, this means that her time at the sanctuary and her friendship with Mewi is temporary. Once she grows strong and confident enough, she will be released into a protected reserve, where she will need to adapt to life among other rhinos. While this prospect brings a bittersweet note to their story, the sanctuary staff takes solace in the fact that Nandi's time with Mewi has helped her heal and grow. The friendship has given her the emotional resilience she will need to face the challenges of life in the wild. For now, Mewi and Nandi continue to share their days at the sanctuary. The staff often watches them with a mix of awe and affection, capturing moments of their playful interactions on camera. Whether it's Mewi hiding in the tall grass, only to pounce on Nandi's unsuspecting snout, or Nandi gently nudging Mewi with her nose as if to say, "Tag, you're it." Their bond is a constant source of joy for everyone at the Rhino orphanage. Even their quiet moments are touching. On hot afternoons, the pair can often be found resting in the shade, Mewi curled up on Nandi's back or sprawled out beside her. These simple acts of togetherness speak volumes about the depth of their connection. The friendship between Mewi and Nandi is a reminder of the beauty and power of connection. It shows us that relationships don't need to be defined by similarities or societal expectations. Instead, they can thrive on mutual respect, shared moments, and the willingness to support one another through life's challenges. For Nandi, Mewi has been a beacon of hope and joy in a time of loss. For Mewi, Nandi has been a loyal companion and partner in adventure. Together, they have shown that even the most unlikely friendships can make a world of difference. As the day approaches when Nandi will leave the sanctuary and begin her journey into the wild, the staff knows that this chapter of her life is just the beginning. Thanks to Mewi's friendship, she will enter the next phase of her life with a heart full of love and a spirit strengthened by their bond. For Mewi, life at the Rhino orphanage will go on. The little cat with his big personality will undoubtedly continue to make new friends and bring comfort to other animals in need. While their time together is finite, the story of Mewi and Nandi's friendship will live on, inspiring everyone who hears it to embrace kindness, celebrate differences, and cherish the connections that bring light to our lives. The story of Mewi and Nandi is a testament to the healing power of friendship, no matter how unlikely the pairing may seem. It beautifully showcases the resilience of animals and their capacity to form bonds that transcend species. This tale reminds us that connection and companionship are universal needs, ones that bring joy and hope even in the darkest times. Nandi's journey is particularly moving. Losing her mother to poachers is a heartbreaking reality that many orphaned rhinos face. And it highlights the devastating impact of human actions on wildlife. Yet, amidst this tragedy, her story takes a hopeful turn when she finds not just safety and care, but also a unique friend in Mewi. This friendship underscores how emotional recovery often requires more than physical care. It needs love, connection, and trust. Mewi's role in Nandi's life is equally inspiring. Despite being a tiny cat in the presence of a much larger animal, he steps into her world with courage and curiosity. His instinctive kindness and playful nature bring light into Nandi's life, proving that healing often comes in the most unexpected forms. Their bond shows us that empathy doesn't require similarity. It simply requires a willingness to be there for someone in need. The bittersweet aspect of this story is the knowledge that their friendship is temporary. As Nandi prepares to return to the wild, she must leave behind the comforts of the sanctuary and the companionship of Mewi. However, this temporary bond is no less significant. It has equipped Nandi with the emotional strength she needs to face the challenges of living among her kind. This story leaves us with important lessons: the value of kindness, the importance of companionship, and the resilience of the heart, whether human or animal. It's a reminder of the beauty that exists in our connections, even if they are fleeting. Mewi and Nandi's friendship inspires us to embrace differences, show compassion, and treasure the bonds we form. It's a heartwarming example of how love and friendship can heal even the deepest wounds, making the world a brighter place for all who share it. This is the story of Mewi and Nandi. A tale of resilience, love, and the unbreakable bond between two very different souls. Whether you're human, feline, or rhino, their story reminds us all that companionship can heal even the deepest wounds. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving us a thumbs up. Tell us what you think in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.